Kings. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air and into a sea of red. We're underway in Kansas City. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
All right. Cousins at 82. Yeah. No, they don't. I just wear the surgical because it's fucking more comfortable. Yeah. Well, that's a shitty offensive line. Not a particularly fast team, that's for sure.
Yellow, yellow. Let's go on, 80. 50. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A little bit, yeah.
Check motion, 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 motion. Mike 50, Mike.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes flush to his right. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Ben Gideon. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
yellow. Come on, 80. Check. Watch. Relax.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Buying time to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
No!
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
Couldn't take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
This is complete. Cousins to Treadwell. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Double dog.
On second down, Cook. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Dancing to his left. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph.
God damn it, wrong
coverage, it's
button.
intercepted.
Everybody was open but that guy.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
36.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
I'm going to come back to you. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
54, exit. 54. It's going to be a long...
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Mike, 53. 53. Check 53. Coming to you. Coming to you.
Following the interception, Cousins. That's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, 27 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Oh, that's not good, guy.
For a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there.
Oh, wow.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. But how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
52. Two. Twist on travel.
Running for it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
I'm coming after you.
Cousins gives way to Cook. Stays on his feet. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
It's just me and you.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins is going to fire one deep over into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Williams. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Hey, you got 3.
A give to Williams, running right. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
57.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
The average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
I'm coming after you. 50's the yellow. 50's the money. Rabbit. Smoke. Rabbit. Check 4.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Yellow. There's a water, right?
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 2nd down, Williams. And some room to work. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Watkins alone on the left side. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. Now Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time, but now it's 3rd and goal.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Stop your whining.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, Minnesota.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He completes it to Treadwell. Touchdown, Vikings. Laquan Treadwell, 63 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Oh, I thought I missed it.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Check. 53's mine.
Bravo.
53's mine.
A first down throw for Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
No!
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Go, go.
53's mine. Get that quarterback at all costs. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Wild Bill. Wild.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Hey, orbit.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
So the first thing across my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Three receivers head out right, one to the left on 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. They'll try and run it. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Anthony Barr able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Oh, and it's off the mark. Harrison Butker pushed it to the right. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and...
Stephon Diggs. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 77 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
You got 3 down. 15.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ben Gideon, his 2nd sack of the night.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Positive grades will be handed out thus far.
They convert on third with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you at important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes eluding the pressure. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And some space here. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Throwing is Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On 2nd and 10, Mahomes flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Not that time for Watkins.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And it'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Got 42.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 27 yards there, a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Everson Griffin in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Ah, shit.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly.
Go.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They run again on first down. Cook. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the third quarter. We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A 10th carry in the game for Cook.
Oh, good catch.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They run it again with Cook. Room to run inside the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter.
Oh, sticking.
Now a pass is taken in by Hill. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
At the 50-yard line.
Yellow. There's a lot, 80.
Back the pass. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Yellow, yellow.
We got three, fellas. We got
Nice hit.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Lets it fly for Thielen.
Oh, my.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Have a game.
Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go. On play action, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Cousins. It's caught by Treadwell. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Oh,
and now here's
Lord.
another interception. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need. And now here is another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.
I don't know. I think the last time I played with the Chargers, I got smoked. They need some redemption. Yeah.
The NFL is on EA Sports as we come to you from Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Carolina Panthers and our home team. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway in Southern California. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at...
Verse 84. All right. Can live with that. Decent. Oh my lord, that's the worst line I've seen so far. Yeah. 99 Club. Boy, this might be the slowest team I've ever seen.
The 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready, round 80. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 24-yard line.
So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hey, Delta! 59 mark, 59 mark. Hey, ready? 59. Watch.
Throwing, Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen.
What the
and
fuck?
Right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 23-yard
The Charger drive about to get going.
I got you.
Rivers on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Bruce Irvin drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 22. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Thomas Davis. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Kyle Love busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Hey, box truck.
After the sack on 1st down, Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. To throw, Rivers. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Check 26, check 26.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Sit. Go, Randy.
57.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Newton on 3rd down. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Easy, easy.
Following the interception here, Rivers. He's going to take, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, 31 yards, and the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaken. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. A 2nd down throw for Rivers. Allen's got it complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Chargers 14, Panthers 7.
Mike, black 15. Hey, tight down. There you go. Load it. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, Rivers. They still can't get it. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here we go. Check 59. Mike is 59. Hey, seam 6. Mike.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rivers.
Oh, I didn't quit.
Incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ross Cockrell. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. On the ground, McCaffrey. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Greg Gray!
We're going to 88. Single, over.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. K1 short. Able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Rivers to throw it. It's Williams on the catch. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. Now Rivers going deep here for Allen. It's caught inside the 25. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. He's got a man, that's Keenan Allen. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Throwing Rivers. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-7. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive is going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On the catch, it's Jarius Wright. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Get out of the way, guy.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
He's got Allen. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Rivers now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Now Rivers. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Caught by Allen. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Rivers. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
2nd down and goal. Rivers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that
play. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
20.
A final shot before the break. Newton. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
I think so.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know that.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Rivers eluding the pressure right. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at his own 10.
In the fuck?
And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Newton. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Newton now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Rivers throw into the hands of Gordon, and he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Here's Ty Long now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Newton to throw. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Wright's got him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's Newton. He's going to take a shot for the ends. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A 4th touchdown pass there for Phillip Rivers. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And nice work on the return as he'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
What? You know where the holes are?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
First down, Panthers.
Set. 180. 80. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Complete to Wright. A good pickup there at 22. Newton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure Wright. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Three quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Throwing on second and long. Newton, that's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bruce Irvin picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on second and long. Rivers. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 56 yards. Rivers on first down.
Oh.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw, Rivers. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. Here's Rivers. He completes it to Henry. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw is Rivers. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Uchenna Nwosu able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw, Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's right. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. stepping up. He's going to keep it.
Oh, yeah!
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up first. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And right with it here, over the middle. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the red zone now, Newton. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. That'll bring up second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
57. Switch.
Throwing again is Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. From a yard out. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Complete. It's Henry. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing here, Rivers.
Oh.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
At the 49-yard line.
To the set. Right to the 3.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game.
Wow.
And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Great.
Tight to the right, boy, tight to the right. Move.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And open here is Hogan. He's got it. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Ready.
on first down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Stop right there. Three down. Kill. Turn it.
To throw is Newton. That is caught inside the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.
Titans.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's see what I got. Other than Derrick Henry. 0 speed, I can see that.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready? You ready?
Like by 4.
A former volunteer back in Tennessee, it's Alvin Kamara. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Ready?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5 on 3.
Oh, shit.
And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
A gain of 22. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Breeze. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All day, dog.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch tight end, watch tight end.
Hey, Hayward.
We got 4. We got 4. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check. Let's go.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And down inside the 15 he goes. First down, Titans, gain of 12. A first down carry for Henry. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On second down now, it's Henry looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Slant.
Five.
They'll run. It's Henry. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Saints will have the football back.
5'8". 5'9".
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off.
Hey, 2.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is this horoscope off? Is biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's Tannehill. And caught by Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You ain't going nowhere.
We're scoreless after 1.
Come on, set. 18, Gator. 61, Matchbox, Lights.
Jim. Quick dad.
2.
On second down, here's Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up. 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. Gets around him. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
I would say that's what you call a whole lot for a little, huh?
When you bust that move out of the bag, you hope for more than 4 yards, but hey, 4 is what he got. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. Flushed out right.
Are you
Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like you did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Well, another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He's going to let this one go deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball is intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Now! 47's the hurry! Let's go!
Now Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
218, chop it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second and goal from the 1.
Slap. Recon, 132 fighter. Switch.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Here's Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Able to punch it in on third down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
We got this.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to get their drive started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to match.
This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. There he goes, right side. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
6 yards the pickup, and that's time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll run on first down. Henry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it, because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Ready.
3rd and long. It's Tannehill. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
2nd and 10. Tannehill once more. Got a man. It's Brown. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now Tannehill. And he locates Walker. Complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On first down, it's Tannehill.
Oh.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
To try again after the sack. Tannehill looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why.
A little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah,
they?
when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better out of it.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Here's Brett Kern now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? Pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary had really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On first down, Tannehill. Now they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw, Tannehill. being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Over the middle here to Brown. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Yeah, let's go set lunch.
Oh, that
Comes
ain't
and he
cool,
lost
buddy.
the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Ready?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Well, the second down throw on target. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
56.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Charlie, go.
Now it's Tannehill. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh,
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
A 52-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Ready? 95, 56. Easy, opposite. 29.
To throw again on second down. Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
29 is Mike.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Airing it out deep and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kevin Byard. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now here's a throw that's taken in by Tajay Sharp. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm going to run you over.
Right there.
Tannehill going to throw it. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Get the ball.
Tannehill. And Walker has it. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Tannehill now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
47's the mic.
They snap it to Tannehill. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught, Smith. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Breeze. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Now Breeze on third down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
The Titans take over